Hey, what's going on guys? This is Jake at That Fit Friend, and today we're going to be talking about 6 of my favorite pairs of shorts to work out in. So with workout apparel, it can be super individual regarding the materials you want, how you're training, and how you want your stuff to fit. But these are 6 pairs that I like to rotate in my training on a routine basis for different reasons. Let's dive into my first pick. So my first pick, and this is arguably the short that I train the most in, is the 10,000 interval short. Now, I go with the lined option. I actually don't like the non-lined option for training, and a lot of times I think when folks buy that model, they're not usually the most hyped on it because it can feel very light and the waistband can move a little bit easier in that short. I find that the lined version does a little bit better in that context. Now, 3 reasons why I like the interval short is number 1, these have a really good wide range of versatility to them. So whether I'm doing a CrossFit WOD, training heavy, going for a short run, or just booping around running errands, the interval short is an easy short to wear for that. It stretches well, it has a good level of versatility in those contexts, and it really doesn't ever let me down when it comes to the durability of this short. The second reason why I've liked the interval short for my training needs is the blend of the liner and the shell. So with this 4-way stretch shell, you get a good level of mobility, and the liner in this model is secure enough to kind of lock down the goods and obviously not have them bouncing around while you're training, but it also doesn't suffocate you. In like the old Lululemon pace breaker or whatnot, like that's an example of a liner that's just way too tight if you have any form of meat on your thighs. The interval short I feel like does a pretty good job, especially for guys like myself who like have more of like an athletic build. They're not necessarily huge bodybuilders, but they do have some meat on their legs. The third reason why I like the interval short is if you're training in different climates, the short typically does a pretty good job. It's heavy enough for winter workouts, but it also breathes enough for summer workouts. Now, is this going to be the wispiest short on the market? No, but if you're somebody that wants a multi-season training short, the short does a pretty good job. And now the only thing I will say about the interval short is you're gonna wanna be careful with how you're cleaning them. Follow the washing instructions that 10,000 lays out for this short and for every short in this video when a company provides those. With the waistband in this short, if you're running your washing machine on normal and you're drying the short and you're not really taking those special care instructions, you can have this waistband start to move a little bit. It's very annoying. So what I do is I run this on delicate and cold, and then I'll let them air dry, and that typically does the trick for the waistband, and very rarely does it ever move in that context, and I think it gives you a longer runway with these shorts. Now, if you are looking into 10,000 gear, I do have a code with them. I'm gonna link that down below. That is on screen also down below. But that said, let's dive into my next short. My next short is the Vuori core short. Now, I go back and forth on this short a lot, and I like it for certain contexts, but I don't wear it for sessions where I'm doing WODs, explosive workouts, or any form of running, and I'll explain why. But 3 reasons why I like the core short is number 1, it feels very lightweight and casual. And so that's something I think Vuori does really well with all of their apparel, is they make more like casual-esque pieces of clothing. And so with the core short, it feels, yes, like a training short, but it also can feel like a casual short. With this short's lightweight shell, it feels very wispy, and you don't have a compression liner in the short, you get a boxer brief liner. So this liner is a little bit lighter in nature, stretches really well, and it doesn't feel like as rigid or secure on the volubles. So if you do want to wear a short all day and you find that liners constantly get uncomfortable like I can at times, this is where the short's going to excel. The second reason why I like the core short is if you want a workout short for like bodybuilding sessions, more casual cross training sessions, or even just like sessions where you're not doing anything too crazy regarding explosive movement, or you need a short that is really good at abrasion resistance, that's where the core short is going to excel. It has an external waistband, so it can come untied when you're doing WODs and burpees and stuff, and that's why I don't like using it for that context, but it has a very nice casual vibe to it. And so if you're gonna be wearing a short to the gym for some casual stuff and then out and about, that's where the core short can excel. The third reason why I like the core short is the pocket system. The pockets in this short are nice and deep. You also get a back pocket back here, so that's why this short also can work really well for casual settings. And I like this short for warmer weather wear. If I'm going out in the summer and whatnot and I want a short to wear all day, I will typically reach for the core short for that exact reason. Now with the core short, I will say, if you're somebody that is doing a lot of durability focused workouts where you need a short that is pretty much bomb proof for different forms of abrasion, the core short might fall a little bit short. Also, the compression liner in the short, because it's a brief, isn't the most secure. So if you want something that's a little bit more secure, then you might also want to pass on the core short. The next short that I really enjoyed training in is the Born Primitive Versatile short. So 3 reasons why I like this short is number 1, Out of all the shorts up here, this model I think has one of the better liners in the game. This short's liner feels super secure and it has a nice like thicker construction to it, so it does lock down the goods really well. You also have 2 side pockets for storage, so if you're somebody like myself who likes to put your phone into your compression liner pocket when you're doing short runs, sprints, whatever it might be, this short can work well in that context. The second reason why I like the versatile short is the thicker waistband. Now I find this waistband to be hit or miss, and I think that some folks can be turned off by how big this waistband is, but in the context of security and having a short that has a good level of waistband security when training without having to knot them up a ton, I do like the waistband for that context. So I personally like the thicker waistband and how much security it provides. Granted, again, if you like something that's more minimalist, that would definitely be something to consider, and maybe not investing in the short for that reason. The third reason why I like the versatile short is because it's pretty dang versatile. So this short I find to work really well for lifting, cross training, short runs, my athletic focus movements. Now I don't like wearing this short on a daily wear basis because the liner can feel a little bit too secure for just like very casual use, but for training purposes, this short has done an exceptional job across the board. And if you want a short for a little bit of everything outside of the interval short, the Born Primitive Versatile Short does a really good job. I do believe I have a code for them as well. I'm gonna link that down below and it's on screen, but the versatile short has done a pretty phenomenal job across the board for most of my training contexts. The next pair of shorts that I've been enjoying is the GORUCK Indestructible short. So this short has worked really well for lifting and cross training, but I've also enjoyed this short for outdoor focus workouts. And so 3 reasons why I've liked the Indestructible short is number 1, I think if you are big on wanting a short that has kind of like that classic stretch to it regarding its construction, that's where the Indestructible short can excel. The shell of this short does have a little bit more mobility compared to the other models up here, so it has like that more like elasticy feel to it, and the liner in this short does a pretty good job regarding stretch and giving you a good level of security, but it's also pretty lightweight and breathable, so that's why I've liked this short for outdoor sessions. The second reason why I've liked the Indestructible short is if you're wanting something that's a little bit more consistent that you can wear for a little bit of everything, the Indestructible short can excel for those contexts. Again, like the short will work for lifting and cross training, but if you're wanting a short for rucking and whatnot, you need a short with a ton of mobility, that's where the Indestructible short will excel in my opinion. And I feel like because it is GORUCK, like obviously there's a bias to its intent and construction there, so if that is your niche, that's where the Indestructible short can excel. And the third and last reason why I've enjoyed this short is with GORUCK's products, typically they're very good at honoring things that break down or there's durability issues right away. Because this short does have a higher price point, I like that GORUCK will typically honor and replace them if anything happens. It kind of takes that edge off because not all premium brands do that, which is annoying when you're dropping 60 plus USD on a pair of shorts. So the GORUCK Indestructible short I like for outdoor focus sessions and blending in a little bit of everything. This is not my favorite short for daily wear. It doesn't have the most clean look and the pocket system isn't necessarily the best for that context, but if you're wanting a short for outdoor stuff, hiking, rucking, etc., that's where the GORUCK Indestructible short will excel. The next short is the Legends Luka short. So for lifting, I have thoroughly enjoyed the Luka short. So 3 reasons why I like this short is number 1, I think if you are big on having shells in your short that are super wispy and lightweight, this can be an awesome option to look into. You get a lot of ventilation down there on the posterior legs of these shorts. So if you want something to breathe really well and feel lightweight for cross training and lifting, that is where the Luka short can excel in my opinion. The second reason why I like the Luka short is I feel like if you're somebody that likes shorts that typically do give a little bit more regarding showing that leg and showing some skin, these shorts can be a really good option. I find that they have like this kind of like almost like classic-y bodybuilding style look to them in some ways, and so I really personally like that. So from an aesthetics point of view, I also like the Luka short, and I also feel like they have a lot of cool colors. Now obviously from this video you could probably tell that I like neutral colors. I often wear black, gray, white, etc., or even blues, but if you are somebody that is big on having shorts that pop and show a lot of personality, that's where the Luka short can excel as well. The third reason why I like the Legends Luka short, and you're probably picking up on this in this video, is I love shorts that are very versatile that I can just like pop on and wear for pretty much everything without having to worry. And so that's kind of where the Luka short can excel as well. Now I will say, I would argue that the Luka short has a cross training and lifting bias to them. I wouldn't necessarily wear this short for short runs and stuff because the phone storage can be a little bit weird with them. But if you're just wanting a short for lifting, some CrossFit and cross training, that's where the Luka short can excel a ton. And now one caveat with the Luka short is that with this internal drawstring and with the drawstring that is a little bit thicker in nature, this short can come untied at times. And so if I'm doing any form of like burpee or like any form of like rope climbers or anything that might have a little bit of rub on these drawstrings, it can come undone, but honestly, if you double knot, you should be okay. But that is definitely a knock against the short, and I wish Legends offered the ability to turn this drawstring internally, so that wouldn't happen, because that would make the short, I think, a lot more versatile in those CrossFit and like more abrasion focused sessions. The final short that I've been enjoying for my training and daily life is the Lululemon Pacebreaker short. Now this is the updated iteration. I did not like the older iteration. I thought it was way too tight, and I blew out the liner of the crotch of multiple pairs of those shorts. With the new Pacebreaker short, there are 3 reasons why I like this short, and there's also a knock that I have on the short, stay tuned for that. But the first reason is the updated fit. This model has a little bit more room for guys with meat on their legs, thank freaking gosh, because this short does have an expanded shell and a liner that is now a little bit bigger in nature. I do feel like the Pacebreaker short can be a good pick for guys that do have bigger and thicker quads, glutes, and hamstrings. Now, it is not going to be the best short for your super huge bodybuilder, but if you are somebody that carries around a little bit more meat on their legs, the new Pacebreaker I think should fit your anatomy pretty dang well. The second reason why I like the Pacebreaker short is it looks pretty good for casual wear, and that's something that I really like about Lululemon and most of their gear. It has this nice like range of being able to perform well in the gym, but then also look pretty dang casual. So if I'm going to a coffee shop running errands and whatnot, and I want to wear a gym short that has good pockets and looks pretty casual, I do like the Pacebreaker short for that context, and with its updated fit, it's just a lot more comfortable to wear for longer periods of time. So the combination of those two elements make this a great training short, but then also a daily wear short. So if you do want a short with that range, that's where the Pacebreaker short can excel. The third reason why I like this short is just the overall waistband security and the pocket systems. And so that's something that I think helps add to this model's performance for more casual use. And the Pacebreaker short has performed pretty well for most of my lifting and cross-training sessions. So if you're somebody that wants a short for a little bit of everything, and you're big on having a short for rocking out and about that looks pretty casual, that's where the Pacebreaker short I think can fit your context and life very well. Now, the one gripe I have on this short, and I talked about this in my main review, is the liner in this short. It's updated and it breathes really well, and it's a little bit more lightweight in nature, ripped after one of my sprinting sessions when I had my phone in my pocket. Now, Lululemon has offered to replace the shorts and fix them, so that is a perk there, that if you have a Lululemon near you, you can take them in and usually they'll fix whatever is ripped or torn, or even like replace the shorts. So that's a perk there. But the durability of this short is a little bit concerning, and that was my gripe about the original Pacebreaker short. However, it does kind of take the edge off that Lulu will replace it, but I wanted to make that known before you invest in this short, have a liner rip, and then you come back to this video and yell at me.
I thought you were my friend. I trusted you.
For that. So just buyer be warned that that could be an issue, and be very conscious of your phone in the compression liner pocket if you're doing explosive movements or sprints. All right guys, that wraps up this video talking about some of my favorite training shorts. I rotate my training shorts based on what I'm doing. All of these shorts have their list of pros and cons, and so if you want a short for a very particular type of training, let me know in the comments below and I can kind of help direct you accordingly. With apparel, it is so individual, so these are just 6 shorts that I like, but there are definitely other pairs out there that work really well for training, and if I didn't mention a pair of shorts that you love, let me know in the comments below which you've been liking and why. But if you have additional questions, as always, drop a comment or reach out to me personally, whichever you prefer. And as always, y'all, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next one.